Hey folks, welcome.
Welcome to episode 60.
Isn't this nuts?
Woohoo!
6-0, man.
6-0, yes.
That's big time.
Yes.
Did you ever think we would get to 60 episodes?
No, I really honestly thought we'd tap out at about 5 or 6 and then we'd be burned out.
I know, I thought that too.
I mean,
here we are, man.
60 and going. 60 and strong.
Still rolling. I'm triple digits soon, bro. Triple digits.
Seriously, that'll come before you know it.
That's true, man.
And then,
you know what they say, though? Time flies when you're having fun.
Exactly.
This thing has been a blast.
It's just been like a bullet train.
Right, like a whirlwind.
A whirlwind.
So today's episode, I think, is a bit of a smorgasbord.
Smorgasboard. I don't even know how you spell that. I can see it in my head, sort of, but it's a tough one to spell. Smorgasbord. There might be some accents over it too. I think it's
some umlauts.
Umlauts. Would that be like is that a German word or is it Scandinavian? One of the Scandinavian countries. We'd have to look into that.
Good question.
I'm gonna guess it's probably a Scandinavian.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, smorgasbord. I like that word, smorgasbord.
It's a good.
I like the whole idea of it too. Like just a collection of different things.
Right.
Like if you're talking food, it's like just like a little bit of.
A little bit of everything, you know?
Everything, yeah.
Yeah.
Smorgasbord.
Today will be a little bit of virtual run talk.
A little bit of virtual run talk.
We got a question from our pal about it.
Yes. Yep.
Maybe talk a little bit about Garmin watches and all that, like accuracy. And then we'll talk a little bit about maybe some gear that we've enjoyed using given the current situation.
Right, and maybe like a transition from this whole COVID-19 thing into like a post-COVID-19 thing somewhere down the line, and maybe kind of make implications about that too.
Yeah, I can dig it.
Cool.
Yeah, smorgasbord as they say. But before we get to that,
yes.
How the heck you been, dude?
I've been okay, Again, given the situation,
yeah.
My family's staying healthy, I'm staying healthy, everything's good. And run-wise, I'm getting out there and doing it.
Nice, dude.
Yeah. It's been fun.
I heard you took a day off.
I took a day off. And you helped me through that too, because I had a long, for me, a long streak, and it was like 3 weeks plus straight, and I was feeling a little tired on my last run on Tuesday, and so Wednesday had a lot of things going on, and I felt like it would be really tough to squeeze it in, and I wasn't feeling that great. You coached me through it. You told me not to feel guilty, take a day off, and if you need to, and I felt I needed to. And I feel better today. I feel a little recharged, and I feel ready to go out after this podcast and get a nice run in.
You're very welcome, right?
Yeah, thank you.
I think sometimes as runners we beat ourselves up.
Yes, we do. Runners beat themselves up. I'm not even training for anything and I'm beating myself up,
Right.
And I'm not even a person who is into doing, and some people are, but I'm not one of those people who feels like they have to do a streak and run every single day. I like to run every single day, but you can't always do it.
Right.
For different reasons. And so sometimes we're going to beat ourselves up over it. Can't do that. You shouldn't do that. You're going to do that, but you shouldn't do that. And fellow runners will help you through it too sometimes. Sometimes you need a little push. Sometimes you need to say, hey, maybe you just want to back off if you weren't feeling it the day before. So
exactly.
Yeah, took a day off.
Take a day.
Yeah.
Take a day.
If you need it, So, how are you?
I'm so good.
Yeah?
Yeah, so good.
Yep.
Just trying to...
So good. So good. So.
Who's that, Neil Diamond?
That's the Diamond.
That's the Diamond,
yeah. Sweet Caroline. Yeah.
What a good tune.
It'd be great to be in Fenway right now, right?
I know, right? Just belting it out.
Belting it out with 35,000 other fans,
But you can't.
You can't.
You freaking can't.
Someday you will again, but, it'll be kind of cool.
I heard they're giving refunds, though.
Who?
The Red Sox.
The Red Sox, yeah.
You bought tickets.
Yeah.
That's nice of them.
It is nice of them. It is.
Anyway,
okay.
My running's been going well in that I've been consistent.
Yeah. Consistency, I think, is important.
Yeah. I'm not really too concerned about how far I'm going or how long I'm running, but I'm just happy to get out there, man, and do it.
Yeah.
That's it.
I know. Me too.
Today's going to be a little tricky, though, because it's rainy.
Yeah.
It's supposed to clear up, though. So maybe I'll get something in this end.
I think maybe later on. When I go, I'm probably going to get wet.
Yep.
I'll do a little puddle stomping. because that's kind of fun sometimes.
I've
enjoyed that.
It's like being a little kid.
It is, and we've had a lot of rain lately. And
Yeah.
so you get to a point in a run where it's like, you start off trying to avoid puddles, and it's like, who am I fooling? What am I fooling? My feet are already soaked. What the heck? So then I get into the puddle stomp mode, and it's fun. It brings back memories. Man. And then I'm like stomping through puddles, and I think people driving by think I'm kind of crazy, but maybe I am a little bit. But it's fun, and it's a great release.
Absolutely.
It cleans your shoes too.
Cleans them right up. Cleans in between your toes.
Cleans your toes too. Cleans all the toe jam out of your toes.
That's gross.
It is gross. Yeah.
Why don't we, maybe we let Junior do a little talking here.
Junior, yes.
We'll play Junior's question.
Yes.
And we'll come back and we'll answer that sucker.
Sounds good.
Thanks, Junior, for that wonderful question.
Thanks a lot, Junior. We appreciate that.
And he's been a huge help here.
He's been involved. He's been engaged, and he's been listening. And gosh, I wish we could visit with him, go for a run with him.
I know, right?
Maybe someday we will. We'll have an opportunity.
We'll
someday,
travel
Junior.
to Indiana, and we'll have a little run.
Yeah.
I think that'll be fun. But Junior was asking about virtual runs. So these days, obviously, there's no races. Our governor just said nothing like that through the summer, unfortunately.
So it's a bummer that you can't be with, hundreds or even thousands in a lot of cases of your, like-minded folks, men and women who love the sport of running, who love the activity of running, who like the whole social aspect of it. It's a bummer you can't do that. However, the virtual running is a neat thing. It's a neat concept that really has come up recently, and I think it's a really cool thing. Some folks need something to work towards, right? And so this is a way of kind of working towards a specific goal, whether it's a 5K, 10K, or plus, or whatever distance.
Right.
It's kind of like, I know on this day I'm going to go and do this. I'm training for that. I've got my sights set on it, and at a certain time, I got to go. I got to go.
Right.
And I have to give Junior credit for being able to get a PR and something like that if he was just running himself.
I know, right?
Usually you've got all these other people to get you psyched up, and maybe there's a little, obviously a little competition.
You get the adrenaline.
You get the adrenaline flowing, and the emotions are flowing, and you get swept away. So, that can go a lot of different ways. Right. But for me, it usually gets me pumped up when I have that and the crowd cheering me on. But when you're doing it alone in your head, that's tough. So kudos, Junior.
I know. Fist bump.
Fist bump, man. It is really, really cool to do that. And our club is actually doing that. And they're doing a series of virtual races, different distances. So it is kind of neat because you start off with different, maybe you start off with 5K, you build up, or
10K.
Yeah, you mix it up, or you could mix and match and do the ones that you like, and not go out and do the ones distances you're interested in. So you're not interested in. So
and there's some events that are like legit virtual 5Ks where you'll get a medal, you'll get a T-shirt, they'll send you all that stuff in the mail.
Yeah, there are bigger race groups that are companies that are doing that, and
I've seen some of the companies who actually put on actual races are turning those races into virtual races. Yeah, which I think is kind of cool to do because everybody already paid. And while they might not be able to give refunds or anything, they're at least giving them their T-shirt, their medal, and saying do it virtually, and we'll share your results.
Share results, and I mean, you can't always time it where everyone goes and does it at the same time, right? Yeah. You know what I mean? So that other people are doing the same thing, so that might get you into that kind of little bit of competitive.
That would be kind of cool, though.
Yeah, it would be kind of cool. I mean, if it's a scheduled race and they have to cancel it, because of COVID-19, then it's going to go off when it normally would go off, right, on that date and at that time. So if you get everyone, as long as they're, properly socially distancing, and they go out there and do it, it's kind of cool. They're all doing it at the same time. And you know that all these other people, your friends, and maybe people you don't know, are all doing it at the same time. So kind of gives you a little bit more of a sense of togetherness, even though you're not together. Right. So I think that's a great thing.
Sense of community.
Once again, sense of community.
Yep. And there's going to be a leaderboard or results at the end, so you can kind of see where you placed and all that, which I think is kind of cool. Yeah. And on the timing thing, Junior mentioned something about his Garmin watch. Yeah. Which I think is it's sometimes tricky for me to know what to go with, right? So my Garmin watch might not be super accurate that day. maybe it's a cloudy day, maybe you're near some buildings, maybe it's not super accurate. So what I always do is I go with either, like if I have a course that I've mapped out and I know is 3 miles, then I'm going with what I know. Yeah. I know that's 3 miles. I've done it 100 times.
Yeah.
That is 3 miles. Whatever my time is when I finish that loop, that's the time.
That's the time you go with, yeah.
Yeah, and if it's a new route and I'm not sure and my stopwatch says one thing and my Garmin says another, like the mileage is off a little bit, then I go with whatever's fastest.
Yeah, that's fair, and I do the same thing. Yeah. Go with the faster.
Why not?
Too. Right, exactly.
Right? Mm-hmm. Get yourself a faster time.
Yeah.
So what I do is I'll start my watch like 10 seconds after I start.
Is that what you do?
Yeah.
That's what is that? That's not gun time, is it?
That's cheating.
That's called cheat time? No.
Cheat time.
That's called Rosie Ruiz time? No, I'm just kidding. No.
But yeah, so I'd say go with the fastest one, because Garmin's aren't always accurate. I mean, they are the most accurate GPS watches there are. But sometimes it's not spot on,
So yeah, right, exactly. I mean, how all kinds of factors play into it. Going around objects, going wide on corners, the weather conditions. I couldn't even get a signal on my watch, or it kicked out and I couldn't get it back one day last week. It was just really horrible, the weather. So I'm glad that wasn't a virtual run for me, because I would have been bummed out, So
yeah, then you have to do it again.
Then I have to do it again. Yeah. No.
Or you just make it up.
Exactly.
Although I've found too, like with the virtual races, virtual running stuff, that Garmin watches are like a super helpful tool.
Yes.
Because like you can, Garmin has this app called Garmin Connect, where you can create groups, you can upload your runs to Strava, you can upload them to basically a group of friends or fellow runners, and you can compete. You could also compete against yourself. You can maybe do the same route and like compare your times, and I think it's kind of a cool little tool.
I think it's really neat. Yeah, and this whole virtual thing, even though now it's kind of it's coming into the forefront. You take the COVID-19 virus out of the way, and then you can do this in the future with a group, old group of friends, running buddies, whoever, and remotely from all over the place.
They could be anywhere.
They could be anywhere. They could be on the International Space Station, and so you can.
Right. Does the Garmin watch work from up there?
I don't know.
It might be.
I'm sure they have some GPS.
It might be tough.
Can they actually get a get a signal? I mean,
they got to connect the satellites. They're really close. No. They're like a lot closer.
It probably could be some problem, some difficulty. So
it could be.
But I mean, it's just neat that this whole virtual idea of running and racing is a cool thing. I mean, I think it's neat, and I think it's going to lead to a lot of neat things, other events.
I agree.
So yeah.
Absolutely. So why don't we take a break?
We're going to take a break.
We'll figure out whether Garmin watches work on the International Space Station during the break.
Yes, okay.
And then we'll come back and we'll talk about some other things on our smorgasbord.
On our smorgasbord. Cool.
Are we back?
We're back.
Wow.
Yeah.
Back from the International Space Station.
Back from the International Space Station.
It was quick, and we figured out they don't work up there.
They don't work up there. Too many snags.
Right.
That's what we're told.
There's no gravity.
I don't know what that means. Captain Warlock from the Intergalactic Space Network told us that there are just too many snags involving GPS watches up on the International Space Station. I'm going to take his word for it.
That guy knows what he's talking about.
He does.
When you're the captain of the Intergalactic Space Station, chances are you know what you're talking about.
You know your stuff. You're not like riffing, you know what I mean?
Right.
There's no room for improv up there.
Exactly. But we were talking about the watches work very well on Earth.
Yes.
And there are some other items, now that this kind of pandemic is happening.
Yeah.
That we've had to work into our repertoire of gear, our toolbox, as they say.
Yeah.
We've got more tools in our toolbox.
Yeah, or things
than
that
we used to.
things that kind of because of the COVID-19 virus influence, things that have, for me, as far as accessories, gear, have kind of come up.
Yes.
Yes.
And I think the Garmin watch or the GPS watch is one of them.
I think it's definitely one of them.
I found myself running in different locations now, trying to avoid humans.
Yeah.
So I don't contract the coronavirus.
Right.
Or give it to somebody.
Right, exactly.
So my Garmin watch or my GPS watch, I keep saying Garmin, I run with the Apple Watch.
Okay.
And I know you have a Timex watch.
Yes.
But I feel like Garmin is like the
I have a Garmin as
Kleenex.
well.
They're like the
I have a Garmin.
Kleenex.
Yes.
They're
The Kleenex, right? Oh,
of
the Xerox.
Or the Xerox.
Xerox or Kleenex.
Of the GPS watch.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
But
But like a GPS watch.
right.
If you don't have one, or if you didn't really use one all too much, maybe you are a little bit more now, or maybe you're interested in doing it. So it might be something to look into, or
Definitely.
maybe upgrading. Perhaps if you have something that is like an older model,
Exactly.
might be something
You know what is? I mean, you could be listening to this 3 months from now, but when this airs,
Yes.
Garmin's 245 and 45, I believe, $50 off.
Ooh, that's a good deal. That's a great deal.
Very good deal. So if you can and you want one,
So,
snag it up.
snag it up.
Anyway, Garmin watches, GPS watches, super helpful.
Yeah.
Any other gear that you've integrated
Well,
a little bit more than usual?
yes. So I've done some trail running in the past, but I find that through all of this, because I'm trying to, again, I don't mean to do this, but I'm trying to avoid being around large groups of people and getting crowded and too close to people, because I don't want to, if I have the virus, I don't want to give it to somebody, I don't want to contract the virus. So I find I'm going out to places where I know there's going to be fewer people, and there's some trail systems in my area that
Nice.
aren't frequented. So I'm going to those more. I do have a pair of old beat up trail shoes, but they kind of need replacement. They really, really do. And I want to get something with a little bit more cushion, because the model that I'm in right now doesn't have as much. So I'm looking at a certain model of trail shoe, and that's definitely some gear that I'm going to get me some. You
can get you some?
I'm going to, yeah.
Do you have one in mind? Which one are you thinking, Ray?
I'm thinking, for me, I really love the Hoka brand.
It's a
So
good shoe.
I
Shoe company.
and I've run in the Challenger, the Hoka Challenger,
Love
which
that
is
shoe.
all terrain. So you could run, you can mix it up. You can do streets, you can do trails, you can do, you've got that option.
Mm-hmm.
So I like the Challenger ATR, but I also really like the Speed Goat. So I'm looking at maybe one of those. I think it's going to be more likely the Speed Goat, because I have my road shoes, and I don't usually mix it up as much with roads and then trails, but Speed Goat, I'll just go to the trail, run from a mountain.
Boom.
Yeah. So I
Trail
feel I
shoes.
need that. Nice rugged tread,
Yep.
very protective midsole,
Mm-hmm.
and a nice kind of water repellent upper, and they're super lightweight. So yeah, I'm thinking about something like that.
Trail shoes.
Because
man.
I feel like I want to do a little bit more trail running. I enjoy it.
It's a good way to get away, get yourself some headspace to
Yes.
get away from crowds of people.
Mm-hmm.
I've found in my area trail running's been a little tricky. I have to go like offshoot paths that lots of people don't know about. There's like a park near our house, so I've been getting in there, but when I'm on the main drag, I got people coming at me, people I'm passing, so I've got to get myself a good pair of trail shoes too, and get into those offshoots that are a little bit more technical. I'm a fan of the Saucony Peregrine. That's my go-to trail shoe.
Really nice trail shoe.
But I have heard good things about the Hoka. My wife has a pair. She's been rocking those. She likes them a lot. So
Nice.
You'll have to let me know what you think, though.
Okay, for sure. For sure, I will.
But a good trail shoe. Love it. Another thing that I had to invest in is one of these deals.
Yeah.
A little face mask action. You know?
It's definitely something that I've been bringing out on my runs, and I've been using one of those, the buffs.
Oh, yes.
And it's easy to slip on, and then, I mean, you could use it for a number of things, but I've been using it as a face covering, and it's easy to slip up. And for me, it stays up. And although it's hard to do, I'm going to tell you,
it is.
It's really hard to do. So
it's tough to like breathe.
It's very hard to breathe. I don't know whether I'm doing myself good or whether I mentioned this probably in another episode. If I'm like, maybe I'm doing like altitude training, you know, because it's forcing me to breathe with less oxygen, or if I'm giving myself brain damage. I don't know. I guess we'll.
I hope it's the former and not the latter.
Maybe it's a little bit of both, and maybe that might do me good. I don't know.
You know.
But seriously,
the buff is cool because it is versatile, right? You can use it as a face mask, put it up over your face, or you can cover your ears with it, pull it up over your head.
They have some stylish designs too. Right. So if you want, you could accessorize. For me, I just feel like I've been using the same one. They get a little funky, as you may know. A little sweaty.
Yes.
Definitely. And I've got to wash it every single day. And that's just not necessarily always practical. So I think I might need to invest in maybe like one for like almost every day, you know, just to be, so I can have a rotation of them.
Get 7 of them.
Exactly. And they're not really expensive. And so, yeah.
That's a good idea. I use like a bandana.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a good like neck warmer. Christine and I were doing our run the other day and it was like 60 something degrees out. And we're like rocking these. She had one of those buffs on. I'm wearing this, and it's like my neck is on fire.
Yeah, I know.
I'm wearing a t-shirt, but like my neck is all sweaty and stuff, you know?
I want to do the right and responsible thing and keep covered up. It's tough, though. Sometimes I have to pull it down because I just need more air, and it gets really, really hot. I found myself sweating, and it's really uncomfortable, and so.
But, you know, we got to do what we got to do.
You do. You have to. Right, exactly.
But I like the bandana because I feel like I can wear it anytime, you know? It's like a nice accessory. Cowboys used to wear this all the time.
Yeah, you look sort of
they
like...
They might still. I don't know any cowboys, but...
Could be, and you look like maybe even like a train conductor. Or a bandit.
A bank robber. A baron. A robber baron.
Yes, but it looks cool, I have to say. I have to say, you can get a whole different, like, you can get like a red one and a blue one and all kinds of colors.
That's true, and just rock it. I did try to... Christine has one that I was going to wear today, but it was a little too... It had flowers on it and stuff. I wasn't digging it.
Well, you weren't digging it. Okay, cool. You don't like the flowers? That's cool.
It's all right. You know, it's all
flowers
right.
Flowers are good, but maybe for you, it's not... I understand. Totally.
I'm working today. I'm at the running store. I got a running-ish one. You know?
No, that's cool.
Gotta match the outfit.
I mean, I think that, you know, we're going to be headed that way out of this.
Yes.
But it's going to take some time, and you still are going to, you're going to be required to have that on.
Yeah.
And so it's probably something I know I have to start thinking about. Well, we're going to be doing
long
this
term.
Long term.
Yeah.
Until we get through this.
In like the Asian countries, it's something that's a little bit more commonplace than it is here. So maybe it'll just shift where we'll be wearing a face mask, like they do over there on a more regular basis. I mean, it's not something that I enjoy.
No, I've gotten used to it. I don't enjoy it, but I certainly have gotten used to it.
Yeah.
And, you know, if everyone else is doing it, you don't feel as...
Right. Sometimes I feel a little weird about it.
Yeah. No.
When I'm just like walking by something, I feel like I'm like hiding, you know?
Yeah. I hear you.
But I think... Like you said, it's going to become a little bit more commonplace as we move out of this situation, and that's okay. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. We'll handle it.
You know,
we'll deal with it.
Are you looking forward to getting out of this situation, Ray? I know I am.
Yeah, I am for sure. For sure, it's you know, it just again, it's going to be a gradual thing. It's not gonna. I don't think it's going to be a quick open and shut deal.
Right.
You know, we're gonna progress in stages, and we have to be cautious, you know, and we have to be very, very cautious. We have to continue to social distance, cover up, you know, and you just not going into public places all the time or with large groups of people.
Right. So at least till there's like some vaccine situation going on.
Vaccine will be a game changer, I suppose. You know, I would imagine. So.
But I mean, hopefully we'll be able to get out of it, get some running in. I think a lot of runners are going to be pretty fit coming out of it because there's been.
I know a lot of people who are doing.
I know a ton
a lot of runs, like more running,
right.
more miles.
They usually go to the gym and they're like, yeah, I need something to do. I can't go to the gym, so I'm gonna head out for a run. Yes,
I think there's a lot more people who are gonna find that they enjoy running, and it's gonna be hard for them to give it up. They're gonna say, I'm gonna stick to this.
Running is a lot like heroin.
Yeah.
You get addicted to it.
You can get addicted to it, and then it's you want to keep doing it.
Right. You get that runner's high. We did a whole podcast on the runner's high.
Yep.
And it's like something that maybe the people who were gym rats previously switched to running. I know we had Gilly on, and that's exactly what he said. He used to go to the gym all the time.
Yeah.
And then he started walking, then started running, and just got addicted. Now he can't stop.
He can't stop doing it, and he's doing well. He said he's been fit. So
he's fit, dude.
We like to hear that.
Absolutely.
Like to hear that, Gilly.
I think we got to wrap it up, Brad.
Got to wrap it up.
I have to get to work. I'm late, actually.
Oh, my. And I'm going to get running. I got to get out there in the rain.
Go get it done.
I'm going to get it done today.
Crush it. How far are you running, Ray?
Probably about 17.34 miles.
All right. You're very specific. Do you have a route?
No, I'm just going to GPS it. I'm just going to go out there and do it.
Do an out and back? Go out.
Yeah, that's going to be hard.
Go out.
Do the math. Pressure. Do the math.
So 8.15?
Something like that. I'm just kidding. I'm probably going to go about 5 or 6.
What did you say, 17?
17.34.
No, you added a 4 on the end.
I did. I'm only really going to go about 5 or 6 miles. I was just being silly.
So 8.152?
Okay. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to do that. 5 or 6 miles will be fine for me today. I'll go a little longer on the weekend.
Sweet.
So
I'm gonna have to get a calculator out.
I know you're gonna have to because you're gonna have to get it exact.
I think after I'm done working, I'm gonna run as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna go for a run.
It's a good idea. I mean, we're getting the light. We have the light, so it's not going to be running in darkness.
Exactly.
I mean, it's cloudy, but it'll clear up and it'll be light. Man, that's good.
So we should wrap it up then.
We should wrap it up. Thank you, folks, for listening. We miss everyone.
Absolutely.
But we're going to keep doing this so that you can keep hearing us ramble on and on and on about running.
Exactly. 60 episodes and counting.
60 and counting, and we're going to keep going, folks.
Yeah, you keep running.
Keep running because it's good for you.
Good for you.
Yes.